come to that time. It has. It's come to that time, people, where we're gonna have a beautiful discussion, a debate. We're gonna pick our 5. I'm sure the man them have their 5. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I gave them this information. I don't even have my 5, but it won't take me long. It won't take me long.
I kind of do.
I'm gonna go off looking at the list that I have as well. I'm going off with personal preference and my actual take on the players and potential positional conversation.
Also, one question as
I
well.
might leave the defender alone.
Are we like looking at this based on what they've done in the Prem, or just what they've seen in their
it's
career?
your choice. Your choice. It's your freedom.
That means I need 2 lists then.
No, I haven't got time for your 2 lists, sir. Haven't got time for your 2 lists. Haven't got time.
We need to set one, because there's some players that can make it. If
this list, for sure, is a list of players that all are going to be players you have a personal preference to, you like personally, and that you genuinely believe are talented players in the Premier League for Premier League clubs currently. That should be enough.
I can't lie and watch.
Because it's going to be the inevitable. They're all under the age of 21 and on.
Southampton.
Yeah.
Good.
You just have to have an FM moment. See my team. I'm gonna start it off because I know you men are gonna like go through it again. Look, because I said it's not gonna be long for me, and then I now realized between the 2 defenders that I'm looking at and an extra one that I've just seen, I have to pick this man solely because I'm backing his quality till he proves me wrong, and then every other player just makes sense anyway.
There's only one man.
My first player that I'm saying, and bearing in mind this is not a list where if I say a name you can't join and you can't jump in. It's not like a draft pick thing. It's just I'm saying it, and along the way it's going to help you pick as well. Rhys James.
Hands down.
You know
Hands
this.
down. You know that was my first pick.
You know
my
this.
first pick.
Yeah, that was mine as well.
Technically sound, versatile. I can know if I put him on the left side, he'll still do a job.
Yep.
I don't care. He's amazing. He's incredible.
Fast.
And England need to let go and just let him play now.
Equally
he's absolutely
as good
brilliant.
Defensively as he's attacking.
Yeah.
And you don't hear that often.
And do you know why he's so good as well? Bruv, this guy came through, and said, listen, that spot is mine.
Gonna be mine.
Bruv,
not even it's just mine, it's gonna be mine. Because remember, man went on loan and he could have played. And he was like, you know, I'll handle this experience. Went and became the player of the season for that club.
Yeah.
Cool. Leaves, now he comes back to Chelsea. Now he's in the spot thinking, you know what, I respect the situation. I'm an academy boy. Let me deal with my thing. Rotational. In fact, he was sporadic / rotational.
Yeah.
FIFA things. Now, man jumps on season after that. Straight away. Said, you know what, Cesar, I appreciate everything you've done for the club. Now you go play with Thiago. You go hit over there, and I'm gonna be right there. That's my right, by the way. My right. That right flank is mine. Next. I'm telling you, Reese James, hands down, right now, you cannot chat to him. You cannot chat to him.
And do you know what's mad as well? There's 2 other players that were also at Chelsea that Chelsea got rid of because of this guy's talent.
You know what's mad you say?
Livramento and what's his name again? And Lamptey.
I feel like I made another boo-boo in this list, and you know why? Because there's certain man I just didn't give enough care about.
This is another fullback.
Nah, he's a midfielder. I had to double check his age. Yeah, my second player, I'm glad he's 22. I thought I'm next to Rice. Yeah, it's cool. No, my second player, and again, it's because hands down, looking at player for player, position wise, no one can chat to him. This player here, right here, that I'm looking at, I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. It's MG. MG11, don't chat to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. MG11, Mason Greenwood, is easily one of the most talented attackers.
Yeah.
You don't have another forward right now of that level that equally does it. Equally does it. Play him left, play him right, play him up top.
Yeah.
Talk to me nice, but don't talk to me at all. He bags bare goals.
On my list too.
He's on my list.
Like, he's a phenomenal forward, and I just don't like seeing him in a position that doesn't let him excel enough because he's not playing week in, week out. But you know what? It's football, and he's young. He's got a lot of time to grow, and I hope he does. I strongly believe, and I hope, inshallah, Next year, season after, maybe we could see 20 out of him because he's capable.
I think so.
I don't care about the whole, he's got potential. Yeah, he's born with potential. He's amazing and he has to play. My third player. Now, it's kind of hard for me to say this, and it's coming from my heart. It's been a long time coming. But baby boy, you from South. And you know, if I don't talk about you, it's stupid. It's stupid. I don't care that your situation is not the way it should be. Out of everyone on this list, you are the most decorated player, ability-wise, statistical, all of that. The only other player that can chat to you is possibly my fourth player, but I don't know if I want to list. I don't know if I want to put him in my list. But the player I'm referring to, obviously, just so no one's confused, is JS7, Mr. Jayden Sancho. I don't care what you tell me. I don't.
Personally, I had him at the top of my list. I had number 1.
I just don't. I don't think you man like understand. Well, obviously you do. He's your fucking player. But my situation is difficult. I wanted him on my club. I know what he was gonna do for me, my team. He would never be in the situation he is now. He'd play week in, week out. He'd still carry over his absolutely phenomenal current statistical record that won't be forgotten. I don't care what level he played. Bundesliga is first tier football. If you win that league, you're in Champions League football. If you're in second, third place, you're in Champions League football. That's a respected league. Talk to me nice. Jayden Sancho, Mason Greenwood, Reese James. They're my top 3. Now, when it comes to 4th and 5th, it's hard, man. It's very difficult because when I say these names, you man won't believe it. Because like I said from the start, it's your personal preference. It's your choice. And I have to pick these 2 because like I said from my previous statement, if I had mentioned this guy, I would have been jumping on everyone's boat because I feel like he's going to be in someone's list. So he's not going to be in mine. These last 2, no one's going to name them.
You think? Are you sure?
I'm confident.
Let's go.
And I'm even going to put them in the order now to make it more controversial because like I said, they're joint, by the way. It's joint 4th and 5th. Billy Gilmore, have to. How bloody dare you?
I already knew that. I already knew going to put him there. I already knew that. I already knew.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding me and understanding what list I drew up today. And the last man, because he absolutely is a baller. And notice one thing when I say this name. Curtis Jones.
Ooh.
And I think you notice.
I didn't have him on my list.
That's crazy.
I don't have an Arsenal man in my top 5. I don't think they deserve
The
it
list is crazy.
because of Billy Gilmore and Curtis Jones.
Yes.
You're not focused.
You
see my 2, my last
those
2.
2.
My last 2 are simple. Billy Gilmore, for most of you, you're gonna need to take time and see and really dig him as a player because his IQ is different. The way he plays, you'll understand. Curtis Jones is arguably one of the most technical players in the midfield position of this generation currently. And I look forward for him to really prove that point because I know that statement and I'm going to stick by it. And not only that, he's a Ross Clark Jr. CJ Jr. I love this guy.
For me, so I also had Reese James and Greenwood. James for me, like I feel like this guy, in terms of like all the players on this list, I feel like he's probably going to be the one that's the most successful in terms of what he wins and everything. I feel like this guy doesn't have a cap to his ability. James is there. Greenwood as well, because in terms of attackers, even when I look at this list, I don't see anyone that is more killer than Greenwood.
No one's chatting to him.
Greenwood, bruv, the guy is different levels. For me, Foden has to be in this list as well, which is why I was like, when you were saying this stuff about the 2 players that you put, I was like, for me, technically in the middle of that park, I feel like Foden has the best ability all round.
He is a good player,
So,
believe me.
Foden
I do
is
like
there.
him.
Now, here's where it gets a bit techie because that's why I asked the question in terms of, are we doing it based on what they've done in the Prem or their ability, what we've seen in their career? Now, in that case, if we're doing it based on ability, I feel like, again, it's a no-brainer. You have to have Sancho. What he's done is mad. Like, I don't think you can even question. You can really question that. So those four, yeah, in terms of ability-wise, in terms of what they've done, I feel like, boom, them man are solidified. They're there. Now, my next one is going to be a little bit of a curveball because this is somebody I rate. I totally rate his ability. And I feel like the only thing that is potentially holding back is the club that he's at. Yeah?
Hello.
But before that, can I mention some guys that I
Hell no. Because I need him to...
Before I say my player, yeah, but let me just say some guys here that I have to give some credit to you as well, innit? I have to. Melier, I give him credit because, bruv, I feel like he's
done well. He's done well.
He's done well, and I feel like he's definitely better than a club that he's at. He's better than Leeds, and he's next for France. And in terms of experience, he's probably one of the most experienced players in this list. I give him there. Also, I have to shout out my guy Gallagher as well. In terms of ability, I rate Gallagher highly.
You're doing well right now.
He's doing a lot.
You're actually not picking anyone.
But no, I'm not shouting out. I just had to shout out. No, I had to shout out these guys.
Arsenal player or
I had to shout. No. Hey, slow down. This guy just messed up my thing now, man. But anyway, the next player that I was gonna give a shout out to you as well. I have to give out my boy Saka a shout out. I have to credit him as well because he has done.
Do you want to say that again and loud to the people? Saka's your boy.
I have to credit him. I credit Saka.
Saka doesn't
I credit him. But now my final player that I was going to add in my list of 5 was Pedro Neto. Ability-wise, again, most guys can't really talk to him. Most guys can't actually talk to him. And again, I feel like he's just one of those players that is just like a club that doesn't... The club is a bit up and down and just a bit thing, so you don't really get to see his ability. If he was at one of these bigger clubs, everyone would be raving his name. But it's even crazy to actually see that this guy is actually 21. It's mad. When you watch him play, it's mad. Portuguese excellence. That's my 5. So Foden, Greenwood, Sancho, Reese James, Pedro Neto.
So I put Sancho as 1. I think Sancho experience, got a lot of it. He's been doing his thing for enough years. So obviously, like I said, at 18, 19, top assist man. So he's putting work. He's his groundwork's a lot still. Second, Mason Greenwood. You man already said it. Right foot, left foot. He has it. Stone cold killer. There's ice in his veins. He doesn't care. Does not care one bit. The third person, Martinelli.
Ooh, interesting.
You know what? Sammy, I'm gonna look for that poster again.
I'm putting Martinelli. I think Martinelli's potential is really good. I think he has potential to be a killer. He's someone that he looks very serious about football. He looks like he wants to win. I think obviously injuries have been a massive downer on his career. I think that we're also forgetting that there was once a debate on who's better, Greenwood or him.
Who was having this debate?
Who was
having this debate? Let's be realistic.
You fans were definitely trying to.
They are smoking bullshit.
But I think at the time when it was about, he was doing his thing, and so was Mason Greenwood. So I think the debate at the time was valid. It was definitely valid. So I can't even front on that. My 4th. Do you know what? Even though from what I like of him, I haven't seen too much of him, but I really like him for some reason. It's Harvey Elliott.
I might have to go for that one as well.
Harvey Elliott.
Shout out to young Harvey. Back from injury.
I think he's
serious player.
I think he's a serious baller, man.
He's got a wonderful IQ.
I think he's a
wicked left foot.
Baller.
Midfield.
And the last person.
I like what you did there.
On
this
my
list is really special.
The last person on my list. Oh.
Greenwood, Sancho.
Do you know what? Because I really like him. I can't even lie. Sorry, let's wrap up. I really like him. You're not going to be sure. Even though I know that Foden's better, technically, and all of that, but I'm actually going to give it to Smith Rowe, you know. I like, there's something about Smith Rowe that I like.
That's 2 Arsenal players in his list.
Smith Rowe that I proper like. I can't even lie. There's something about him that I really like about him. That the potential was there if he's.
You've left me speechless.
Why? No, I trust
two Arsenal man in your list, and the two Arsenal men you picked. Even. I'm not even hating. I'm just real happy to be here.
Yeah.
Mixed exclusive. Save the
you know
best
what?
for
Yeah.
last.
I don't even. Oh no, I don't know what this list is for.
No,
I'm
it's just your own personal. Out of the young boys that you're rating,
personal, like the ones you really rate,
Yeah.
and that you dig. Don't matter about potential this season.
Alright.
Doesn't matter.
Alright. Okay. You know who I really rate highly? Fofana.
Thank
So I'm
you.
putting him on my list.
I was gonna
I
give him
really
the honourable
rate
shout, but I knew
He's
someone.
such a sick defender. I can see him
What a
going to
player.
like Real Madrid or someone or PSG. I can see him like playing for a big club
Mm-hmm.
like Leicester. Like they're a big
Good
club,
stepping
but there's
stone.
another there's bigger clubs.
Mm-hmm.
So Fofana. Harvey Elliott
Yeah.
also on my list. I can see that boy
Right.
balling out. Like it was a shame he got injured when he got injured because I reckon he was gonna break into.
He already was. He already was.
permanently, Like starting.
Yeah.
Like
He
not
already was.
not being on a
No,
sub.
no.
not
He
being
already
on the
was.
bench,
He
Like
already was.
starting.
Yeah.
So now that
Then
once
would've
he got
started him.
fitness, all of that, he'll be back.
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
I agree.
So he's on my list. You know who I also really like? Lamptey.
I was gonna put.
what I'm
do you know
saying,
what it
is
is? No,
this-
do you know what this thing is? Yeah, I was gonna put him there. Yeah, I actually was, but I thought there's just something about the other players for me anyway. But
Yeah.
it's
To
like-
push Rhys James, like I can see why they've like Chelsea picked Rhys James as the main.
so can I.
But Lamptey must have pushed him real hard.
No, but
because he's baller.
I don't even think it's even Lamptey that pushed him.
Is
you know.
it?
I think it's the other youth from Southampton.
Yeah.
cold,
Both of them are
bro.
cold. But I like Lamptey. I
Yeah.
like his like tech. I like
Yeah.
his composure. I like the way his decision making. I like him. He's clean. He's neat. He goes about his business. Obviously, he's
Yeah.
still young. I've seen him get bun once a few times, but that happens at that.
It happens
age.
in football, innit?
Yeah.
You only get bun, man.
But I like him. All right. Next one on my list.
What's that? Is that your fourth or?
Third.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for Greenwood.
You have to.
The reason why I'm going for Greenwood is because I don't think he's had that breakout like season. Like, yes, I'm in the first team. You have to pick me now.
I think you know
Still
what.
fighting for his.
He's still competing.
Yeah, he's
I
still
think
fighting
that
for his
season
spot.
might have happened kind of in that COVID period. 'Cause remember,
Yeah.
because that was when he's come out banging bare goals.
Yeah.
So I think that really kind of solidified.
Yeah.
Because didn't.
But he's
isn't
not a
the-
guaranteed starter. He's not a guaranteed starter.
Because wasn't the next season that he got his number changed, right?
Yeah.
So I think that was the season that COVID period was.
And
really,
also, he's always going to be playing out of position for now.
that's true.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
who knows now that we've got a new manager, he might be playing in his favourite position, which is striker.
Bench Rashford, man.
Yeah, because he's off form. So
Rashford is bad.
What, one game you don't score?
No, not even. No, this is something that I've been saying for a
that's how
long
you man are
time.
moving with Aubameyang, though.
One game you don't
This is not one game.
Aubameyang has been an absolute mess. Let's not do this.
Let's not do this. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
And last on my list, I actually had it empty, you know. I didn't have a fifth.
Put
you
Foden there.
pick one,
Put
please?
Foden there.
I didn't have a fifth.
It's top 5. I need
I didn't. I was going to put Jayden, but I'm thinking,
Put Foden.
You don't want debate pick.
no, not that I don't want the debate pick, but I feel like, yeah, it's a disrespect him being on this list. That's how highly I rate him.
I hear that. I hear it. I hear it.
Wow.
No, I hear it.
Wow.
No, but I hear it though because, like I said, on everyone on this list, he's putting more work than all of them.
Yeah. He's
I'm
putting
the truth.
bag of work.
He's putting mad work.
Bag of work. So the last one, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. You know, I'm gonna leave the last one.
I hear you.
I ain't watched the rest.
Yeah, the rest,
enough of the
yeah,
rest.
for me to try and put a proper.
I'll be forcing it.
Yeah,
I'll be forcing it. So I'm gonna leave it.
All right, let's wrap up, boy.
That's fine by me. Listen, there'll be more of these coming soon. 100%. I'm not particularly sure what way we will go, whether it's League or Bundesliga, whichever way we go. Stay tuned for more. We, of course, are the Backpage. Take care. Like, comment, subscribe as usual.